Hi, it's Michelle Birdsong, Eve, Mother of the Earth, Daughter of the Sun. December 14, 2019, Mainstreaming Clues to the Marginalized. I'll tell you about a video called The Secret to Aging in Reverse, revealed by Harvard professor, PhD David Sinclair. His field is aging research. And I saw him on the Ed Mylett channel. And his book is called Lifespan: Why We Age and Why We Don't Have to. Okay, and he talks about, I took some notes, he talks about the Horvath clock is how we measure aging today, not telomeres anymore. Metformin is a drug that is essential medicine for humanity, says the World Health Organization, and Dr. Sinclair takes metformin. He said we can add 10 years to our life if we take care of our bodies and do what we think is right. He takes a gram of resveratrol with yogurt daily. It's an anti-aging pill. Blood sugar is huge, keep it low. Inflammation shuts down longevity genes. The smaller you are, tends to live longer. And then I said, my tall great-grandfather lived to be in his 90s. Okay, Dr. Sinclair said you need to turn on longevity genes in your body. Okay, he also takes NAD boosters. Reverse aging and longevity, page 2. Growth hormone and testosterone won't grow a tumor, but if you have a tumor, don't take these things. Aging is the cell's inability to read the DNA correctly. Epigenetics is the analog sucks. Half the information in our body is analog. We have an analog system that reads the DNA, and at times it doesn't read the right genes anymore. When the cells don't read the right genes, they don't do well, and our glucose goes up. We get weak, lacking the power to perform physical demanding tasks, lacking physical strength and energy. She was recovering from the flu and was very weak. Synonyms: frail, feeble, puny. Second meaning of weak: liable to break or give way under pressure, easily damaged. The salamander's tail may be broken off at a weak spot near the base. All in means the end. Faggot means weak. Or fagged means weak. Okay, this is Ed Mylett being interviewed on impact theory. It says what you think you're worth and what you'll tolerate is absolutely what you'll bring into your life. And the name of that video is What Everyone Struggling Needs to Know Right Now. Ed Mylett on Impact Theory. Tom Bilyeu channel. BilyeU. And he said, Ed said, I let myself feel the pain of not being where I want to be in my life. He said there are two motivators: pleasure and the avoidance of pain. Okay, now let's talk about some tweets. Mark R. Levin at Mark Levin Show. Kudos to the New York Post, he says. New York Post names alleged whistleblower and demands answers on Hunter Biden. This was reported by Breitbart.com. Next tweet. Team Trump at Team Trump. No president has accomplished more than President at real Donald Trump has. Democrats only want to remove him from office because they have no chance of beating him in 2020. Look at their field. No wonder they're petrified. Reasons Democrats want to impeach: booming economy, record job creation, historic tax cuts, America First trade deals, ISIS destroyed, building the wall. And then note, Mainstream and Clue says, he said, if I was president, you'd be in jail. Okay, I don't see any progress made on getting rid of the corruption. But I give President Trump credit for improving the economy. Tweet Mark R. Levin at Mark Levin Show. Has this story been covered by major American media? School bus bullies pummel 14-year-old boy because he wore Trump hat. Reported by the dailymail.co.uk. Mark R. Levin at Mark Levin Show. Hey Jake, you're a moron. And speaking of jokes, have you heard the one about Jake and CNN? CNN. CNN. Fake Jake Tapper at Jake Tapper. During a White House Hanukkah anti-Christmas celebration, radio personality and Fox News host Mark Levin jokingly referred to President Trump as the first Jewish president of the United States. Note from Mainstream and Clues. President Trump's son-in-law, daughter, and his grandchildren are Jewish, anti-Christ, anti-Christianity, anti-Christmas. Just something to think about. Okay, thread, Twitter, Tim Pool at Timcast. As someone who worked for leading NGOs on environmental issues, I can assure you this is not the case. Greta is a privileged elite, spoiled and angry. This very likely will cause harm to those seeking solutions to environmental issues. Now he's talking about this tweet from Dan Rather. What Greta Thunberg's haters don't get is that ultimately her message is one of hope and resilience. It is language they cannot understand. And then Mainstream Clue said Dan Rather talks about the way he'd rather Greta was and is than the way she really is. Okay, resilience. Let's decode the word resilience. R for her, E for Eve, S for C, I for pleasure, L for will, I for pleasure, N, C, embrace, N for new, C for consciousness. Her Eve, C, pleasure. Talk about mother of the earth. She will pleasure, embraced new consciousness, blessed event. Okay, that's talking about the baby that is in her womb, that was conceived and created in Fayetteville, North Carolina, with Jesus Christ, Corinda Singh Dillon. And the other baby in her womb was created with Saul, the Son, God, in April 2018 in New York City. Okay, so that's our edition of Mainstream and Clues to the Marginalized. We will have more for you in a couple of days. Thank you for watching.